Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to take you on a little bit of a back office tour of my YouTube channel. Now, as you guys will probably know, if you've been with me from the very beginning or you've been following me for some time, I started this in January 2020, right before lockdown actually started. And before I started the channel in January, I did a lot of research looking at other YouTube channels around how do they shoot their videos, what's the general format, what are people talking about, and really just trying to validate in my mind whether it's something that I would be able to do and be able to fit into, or at least maybe stand out. And in doing a lot of that research, I was looking at people like Jen over at Mama Furfur. Jen, if you're watching this, hello. And I was just really encouraged by some of the quality of content that was out here. But more than anything else, I was more in awe about the numbers that people were generating in terms of views. And in my head, I had this goal in my mind that if I could get to 1 million views, it meant that I would have been able to help, inspire, interact, inform, and educate 1 million people. That is a big, big number to me. And last Monday, a week today, because I'm shooting this on Monday, the 30th of August, you're gonna watch this tomorrow, Tuesday, I got a notification from YouTube telling me that I finally hit that 1 million view. So earlier today, or earlier this evening, I should say, I started a poll on my Instagram account. I asked two questions. The first was, how much do you think YouTube pays for 1 million views? And with this, I have a number of different kind of responses. I don't know. I don't have no idea, but I would love to know. 2,000, 1,000, 5 to 10,000, 250, 100 quid, quite a mix. I also asked the question whether people would like to know how much YouTube has paid me for 1 million views on the platform. The result of that is a resounding 98% of people saying yes. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go behind the scenes of the channel. I'm going to show you how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views on this platform. And I just want to say that if you are watching this video because you're researching YouTube at this point in time, believe me, it is one of the most rewarding things that I've done, period. Being able to make videos and have people interact. And although over the last 20 months, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in building this channel, just messages and conversations I've had with people, knowing that the content helps people, has been more rewarding than any financial earnings that I could ever make. And I just have to say that if you are looking to start a YouTube channel, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. But anyway, let's jump into my studio backstage on YouTube and go through some numbers. Okay, so we just need to jump into my studio and have a look at my analytics on the channel. So we're just going to click here and we're going to go lifetime of this channel. As you can see, your channel has got 1,017,831 views so far. Truth be told, I actually started this channel in 2018, but I didn't upload any videos to it. My first video was uploaded on June the 9th or June the 10th, 2020. Before that, I was literally just using it to watch YouTube channels and comment here and there when I was watching YouTube channels. But down here, you can actually see my top 10 videos. So my top video at this point in time is actually my Trading 212 review video, which I did back in April 2020. This one has actually got 109,000 views, and this one has actually earned pretty well for me over that period of time. It's earned £2,288 and 48 pence, and it's actually gained me quite a lot of subscribers. So 7,300 subscribers came from people watching this video specifically. My second one is my money box review, which did really, really well for a very, very long time. But then all of a sudden, this Trading 212 app review just took over and just blew up. We've got an ISA explainer there, which has also done quite well with 30,000 views. I think on this one, how much have I earned on this one? I think it was about £429 I've earned on this one. This one gave me 901 subscribers. So as you can see, my top 10 videos are actually quite varied. Now, if you didn't know, there is criteria to earn money on YouTube. The first criteria is that you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you also have to have 4,000 watch time hours. Now, believe me, I didn't get monetized until July 6th or July 7th last year. And for the first 7 months, boy, it went so slow. I'm telling you right now, it really, really went so slow. But that was kind of where I cut my teeth to kind of understand what kind of content does work and what kind of content doesn't work. And if you watch some of the earlier videos, you'll know the lighting on some of them was really poor, really, really poor. The audio on some of them was really, really poor. I like to think that the quality of the videos have got progressively better as we've grown into the channel. But as you can see here, the views at the very, very beginning were very, 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 very small. I mean, if we go back to, let's have a look, February the 17th, 2020, 8 views, 14th, 2 views. We go all the way into April, 11 views. I got monetized in the July, and even in the July, we started to pull in at that point. Let's see where we on the 8th, 423 views. And as you can see, these views started to peak quite significantly during that period of time. Now, this is all lockdown right here. So as you can imagine, people were at home, people were interested in financial content, watching my channel, watching all kinds of channels on YouTube, for that matter of fact. We were all doing really, really well in the finance space specifically. So there was quite a lot of growth in that period of time right there. And as you would expect, the channel grew as a result of that as well, helped by the YouTube algorithm also kicking in and promoting these 10 videos, which I've also highlighted right here. Now, if we go into reach, now reach is really, really important. Actually, let me go into revenue first, because let's talk about my CPM. My CPM is how much I get paid per 1,000 views, so that are monetized, replays that are monetized, or playback based CPM. So these are that are qualifying plays of the ads that are running through. So every time that you watch my video and you watch an ad, that helps me. Not all of them are qualifying, so that is an average, because in some cases, if I don't know how YouTube actually run it, but they can identify whether something is a valid monetized view or not, or playback, I should say. But my average is £24.20. Now, that is pretty high compared to, I think, some other financial influencers that I've met and that I've watched videos who have done something similar to this. And I think that's a function of the kind of content that I have created, the length of my videos, and because I talk a lot about investment type topics. Investment type topics will generally earn better than budgeting and other videos like that. My expertise are in investing. So it just so happens that my skill set has meant that I've been able to use it to earn pretty good CPM unknowingly. If truth be told, I could have been a lot smarter about this, because with all the time that it takes to generate these videos and to edit these videos, to research these videos, I could be more efficient in the topics that I produce and the topics that I talk about in order to maximize my CPM. But at the same time, I want to be able to make sure that I'm making videos that I actually want to make. And it's not just about getting the highest CPM and earning the most amount of money from the videos. I have to have a little bit of enjoyment and talking about things that I enjoy as well. So my CPM is pretty good. When you talk about my reach and engagement, most of my audience is in the UK. Actually, where is it? Audience. Let's go to audience. Sorry, I went into reach then. Most of my audience is in the UK. So as you can see here, from a geographical point of view, 77.9% of people that watch my channel are in the UK. This also does have an impact on your CPM and how much you can actually earn. If you think about it, the US is a way, way bigger market than the UK, and therefore they have more advertisers out there. So if you watch a YouTuber who's based out in the US doing similar content, who has, for example, if they had the identical channel to me, they probably would have earned more than what I'm about to show you over the lifetime of their channel so far, because there are more advertisers out there. I have no intention to pander to the US markets. I live in the UK. My experience is based here in the UK in financial services, so it makes sense just to talk about things that are UK relevant and not US relevant. There's a lot of them out there. You're competing with Andre Gic and Graham Stephan and all of the big names out there. So for the time being, I'm happy being here in the UK and just talking about stuff as it relates to the UK. But anyway, let's really have a look at the revenue. So over the last 14 months, 13 months actually, because it took me 7 months to monetize, how much have YouTube paid me for 1 million views on the channel? So if we go into my revenue right here, and again, we need to be looking at lifetime, it has paid me £17,245.86. Now, if you look at it from just a pounds and pence point of view, that clearly does not pay the bills. I mean, I still pay tax on that. So after tax, you take off 20%, you're going to be left with, what's that? Probably about £14,000 roughly. For 13 months worth of work, I wouldn't be able to survive on that. And therefore, what most YouTubers do, and what I've had to do, is I've had to monetize the channel in other ways. So I have my course, which is £60 that people take remotely, are able to take independently and pass and get some knowledge in terms of where to begin investing. I've only got one course right now. I've been meaning to build a second one, which will talk a little bit about picking stocks and how you actually do the research to pick stocks. But I've just been so busy, I've not been able to put a lot of work into that. So that's one way of me monetizing this channel even further. I do a lot of coaching, one-on-one work. So far this year, I think I've coached between 50 and 70 people. And that's one-on-one time. It's not the cheapest way for you to gain knowledge because I'm giving up my time to help people one-on-one. I have to charge a little bit more for that. But for those who have worked with me one-on-one, because you are getting my time, you get to ask me questions, we get to spend some time together, I get to help you with your plan and actually give you some structure towards the goals that you're trying to achieve and actually placing and putting a financial plan behind it. So that's another way that I've been able to monetize this channel. I've also been able to monetize this channel by partnerships. I've done a number of partnerships this year. Actually, I only started doing partnerships this year. So I've done a number of partnerships with Money Farm, with the likes of Stake. I've done some partnerships with like Hyperjar and a few other brands as well. That's another way that I've been able to monetize this. And off the back of this channel as well, I've also done workshops and speaking events as well. I say all of that because, you know, £17,000 for 1 million views, for many people will be like, what? And in reality, it's actually a really nice sum of money to actually earn, but it doesn't pay the bill. So unless you are on YouTube and you are able to monetize your efforts in other means, YouTube does not actually pay the bills. I'm one of the very few YouTubers here in the UK who is doing this full time. I think there's probably only about maybe 4 or 5 of us that I can think of off the top of my head who are doing this full time, where we don't have a 9-to-5 job kind of propping us up. So for me, I have to pay bills, obviously. That's really, really important. So for everyone who watches ads when I do live sessions or ads when I post videos, you're helping me essentially be able to keep this ship afloat and continue to do this. Another source of revenue on here, and it doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes, is when I do live sessions, people super chat. And super chat is a great way to just bulk up that monthly amount that I may actually earn. You know, I thought I'd just open this up and just let you guys see behind the curtain of what 1 million views here on YouTube actually pays you. Like I said, mine is a little bit higher than I think most people get or have got. And I'm thankful for the fact that, you know, I have got this money from here. But again, you know, YouTube has to be monetized in other areas. So if you are doing your research on YouTube right now, please just be mindful coming into this that, number one, your motivations have to be pure, because you got to have within your core purpose the need and the want to help people. Believe me, the comments that I get are far more rewarding than the finances on a monthly basis. And although those comments don't pay the bills, they do give me fulfillment. And I've been chasing fulfillment for a very long time in my professional career.